Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about none other than Troy Ave and none other than Casanova 2 times. Now, Casanova has found himself in a wild situation, man. He's locked up. He's under this RICO charge up in New York, and man, it doesn't look good. He's taken to social media a couple of times to express how bad things are going for him. I mean, there's no way to even, sugarcoat it or anything, man. Ever since this trial has started, it seems like, man, his morale's gone down, and so has his reach with his own crew and things like that. Now, Casanova's accusations, the charges that he's facing are extremely serious. And he's been denied bond, I think, twice now or something like that, and it just ain't looking good. Now, on top of that, Troy Ave been dissing, man. This is the second time Troy Ave has dissed Casanova, but this time, he is hitting below the belt. And he is definitely not caring about Casanova's current situation, because the things that he's saying about Casanova could be harmful to him given the fact that he's in lockup right now. Now, before we get to the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Casanova 2 times and Troy Ave just a little bit, man. Now, back in December of 2020, Casanova turned himself in and surrendered, man, on this federal RICO charge where he was indicted along with several other alleged gang members. And man, it was alleged that he was supplying the gang due to, his business selling certain substances or whatnot. The one that's legal in some states and not in others. You know what I mean? Now, Troy Ave has taken every opportunity in this situation to diss Casanova, even though he's going through it right now. Now, Casanova, to tell you the truth, I don't want to make it seem like a sob story, but he's tried to get bail a couple of times, right? And to no avail. He's tried to talk to people and see about getting some type of, help from his homeboys and people to come visit him or anything, and it seems like that hasn't been working. So he started taking to social media and lashing out about all those things. He started talking about the fact that his homeboys ain't keep it real, the fact that, his label, like everybody, just didn't keep it real. And since he's locked up and it's not even that far outside of New York City, nobody's come to see him. Man, that was realness brought to life, man. Hopefully a lot of young folks are listening when they hear that story. Casanova was on top. Don't forget that. This dude was at the Rock Nation brunch in a Gucci suit, diamond chains, all that. Whole crew behind him. A team of people behind him. I mean, there's so many things in this case that are wild, man, and I've covered this case extensively in several videos, right? I talked about when he went to Florida, how he had all these dudes with him, and allegedly there was a shootout there or whatnot. And they had a whole thing running from Florida to through North Carolina to New York, allegedly, right? It was just a whole big thing. But man, at this point, at this time, in this situation, Casanova is alone, man. Let that sink into anybody and all y'all. He was calling shots, man. But now he can't even get a visit from the homies. Now, Troy Ave does not feel sorry for Casanova at all. And really, he's doubled down on talking bad about Casanova, man. He's gone to social media and he said a lot, but yesterday he said some things that, man, I don't think anybody would want somebody to say about him if they're locked up. Now, he basically said that Casanova is a rat and called him a snitch, even though he's in jail, man. Now, as far as I know, man, anytime you're in jail, you don't want any type of accusations like that floating around about you. But this is what Troy Ave said specifically. In this post on social media, Troy Ave said a lot, but most of it is just built up. It's written out his lyrics. You know what I'm saying? He broke it down in bars and wrote it out. And the top says this. It says he posted it with a picture of a rat with, Casanova's chain on it. And it says this: I only deal in facts, link in bio, whether you're a hater or HBA hater by association. Hashtag nobody safe though. Hashtag kill or be killed. And in the lyrics, he basically talks about the fact that Casanova is crying only after being in jail for 90 days and how he told previously in another case. Now, he followed that post up with another post that said this: Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man, and I know you enjoying this video, but make sure you go and you follow me on social media platforms like Instagram, and also go to my Twitter page and make sure you hit that follow button there so you can get the latest and greatest updates of when I'm dropping my videos. And man, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button so we can spread this video around, and we trying to get 2,000 likes, so run them likes up. All right. Troy Ave stepped it up a little bit with his next post, and it seems like he was going to have a paperwork party on Casanova's behalf. So he dropped this paperwork right here. Now, to be honest, the bottom of it, I tried to be, shoot Casanova some bail because you can't see any kind of numbers or anything like that. And I see a lot of paperwork all the time, man. It seems like a hobby, people send other people's paperwork out if they, hey man, this dude is a whatnot, or whatever. And this does look legit. I'm gonna keep it funky, man. But you see all the vital information is cut out except for one of the phone numbers, which, of course we gotta blur out. But other than that, it does look legit. And it looks like this took place in 2004, this paperwork that he's using to call Casanova a rat. And at the top, it says this. He was also slapped with drug and weapons possession charges after cops raided his home in a building next door to Hops. After tips from witness to police, Scott was arrested yesterday at Rikers Island and charged with second-degree murder and robbery. So that's an excerpt from the New York Post. And this is obviously, I guess it's associated with this case that's supposed to be this paperwork right here, right? Now, I'm not sure if this is real or not. I can't make that definitive answer, but it sure enough looks real. I'm going to keep it funky. And it seems like Troy Ave is just putting this out here to expose Casanova. Now, he said this in the caption of the pound. This is a rather lengthy post from Troy Ave, so I'm going to have to summarize some of this, man, because it's just too much. And Troy Ave, he does that a lot, man. When he locks in on somebody, like when he was going at it with Joe Budden, when he goes at it with anybody, he goes on these tangents where he talks. I remember he had a podcast for a second there. I don't know what happened to that, but it gave him an outlet to talk about everything he needed to talk about in his beefs in the rap game. But it seems like Troy Ave is just one of those guys that just doesn't play along with others well, man. He's got so many beefs in the rap game and so many different ops. It's ridiculous. And it would be hard to keep up with it. So let's look at this post. So in the post, he said this. He starts off, he says, Caswell, hashtag Casanova Sr. Now, Caswell Sr. is obviously Casanova's name. Cooperated with the police and snitched on his friend Classic about a murder investigation. He fooling the crowd. I never cap even against people I don't mess with. That's called integrity. These clowns would know nothing about that. Check the New York Post for details, and he has like a paper and then a peace sign. This is why I'm one of the realest to ever go from the streets to music. I don't lie, not even on the ops. I only deal in facts. I came in this game looking like everything I rap about. I never started no issues. I never hated. And I'm going to leave that alone. He talks about some stuff about some gangs or whatnot. And he ends it by saying his album is the album of the year. And he hashtag streets is a myth. He said, I bully the bullies. I'm a soldier of God. Hashtag God is great. Paper straight. Hashtag rest in peace classic. And then he also said, P.S. Made up raps is easy, but it's harder to make real life lyrical. So I'm going to need extra points on the bars for the true factor. And then he posted his album, the artist, the album name, which is Kill or Be Killed, and then his record label. So I guess he's pushing a new product or whatnot, or a new album. And it looks like he's really trying to get some promotion off of it while simultaneously dropping some paperwork on none other than Casanova, man. So I don't know, man. For him to use somebody else's paperwork as a marketing ploy, I don't know, man. And I try to shoot Troy Ave a lot of bail. And that's for one reason specifically. I think when they had the whole shooting at the, what is it called, man? The shooting between him and Taxstone and all that. When that situation went down, I feel like he got a bad rap. Because anybody else, especially in today, like right now, like, at that time, people were kind of shunning gangster raps and, cats in the street. Now, everybody's back on dudes in the streets. So, what he did, what he allegedly did, taking somebody's gun and then going back and clapping for his homeboy, he'd be a hero in the rap game right now. He'd be like a superhero dang there, man. So I always shoot him a little bell for that because he got a bad rap in that situation, and people were really one-sided with that, if you ask me. Now, in this, I don't know, man. It came off a little corny with dropping somebody's paperwork as a marketing employee for your album. But people have done stranger things. Now, what do you guys think, man? Do you think that Casanova is definitely a rat or a snitch because Troy Ave, one of his known ops, says he is? Or is this paperwork legit enough for you to say, hey, man, he got a little shaky pass when it looks like the pressure's on, and maybe there's some credence to this. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.